flashbang suggests an A-side attack. They definitely can still go towards B. Brolan just take the Glock towards top of middle, and it's a slower approach here. Two players towards the B apartments for now, and Vitality actually going to be hunting for intel here towards the A ramp. They have no flashbangs, no kits. It's Kevlar across the board.
But this is going to be so much information so early into the round as well, especially if ZywOo continues his investigations. You can see what that's done already. Apex will back up B, bolster the defense of the less popular site. But mid-control gathered, and a boost has put JW in prime position to punish here, but oh, he wasn't ready for RPK. Took his time with it, but it doesn't matter. JW had his head in the hidey hole. And now ZywOo already drawing blood as well. They are getting chipped away at before they can even get close to a site.
Well, there it is. It's the first kill for Fnatic. It's Apex going down, but considerable damage inflicted towards Golden. He's just at 7 points of health. He does find a frag, however, and RPK missing a shot for the jungle position.
Three!
And all of a sudden, that's 3 versus 1. And Shoxy with no HP. The round is snatched away from them. Bomb to be planted towards A. Fnatic with another amazing mid-round call.
Flusher single-handedly providing all the firepower necessary to overcome a 5 versus 3. Shox, there's nothing he can do about this one. He has had 0 impact on this round. A bullet has yet to connect for him. 0 ADR. Or perhaps maybe everyone has 0 ADR. Maybe I just need to update that graphic, but still. Flusher hunting for his 4th. Does put Shox down to just 6. And they convert it with a push on CT. Fnatic. That's the start they were hoping for, despite the early first blood. The French had a huge advantage, but it's taken from them.
Well, Fnatic off to a flying start once again. Will there be a force firing response on the CT side, though? It was ZywOo finding the opening kills, and they actually had a 5 versus 3, but out of nowhere, RPK missing that shot, opened the door of opportunity, and Flusher slams it in their face. There will be a full eco here. Vitality will buy up in the 3rd on the CT side, meaning they cannot invest anything. A clean eco. Fnatic almost destined to go 2-0 up. There is a focus towards the A side of the map. All 5 players there, nothing towards B. And for now, bomb down towards top and middle. Fnatic going through the motions here. Getting the mid control, trying to get any information they can.
Yeah, this should just be a formality for Fnatic. They even have the SMGs in play with the intention of pocketing some valuable $600 kills. Golden will be clearing out CPL, and they'll even boost Crims up. This entirely stacked A site with JW to catch them off. They are going in the perfect direction to deal with this, though. Off to the other side of the map, and ZywOo could catch him off guard, and he has. Takes his head with the USP. That's all he'll get from it, though. Crim still on that boost, enables him to have somewhat of an off angle.
Yeah, that should be round now, unfortunately, for Vitality. Back towards A to get the first kill, but that's pretty much all they'll find. Apex will cover the UMP. They're buying him next round. That's still a viable weapon, so might as well save it. Means he can get all the bells and whistles to go with it. And we'll see now. Bomb planted, round confirmed. Fnatic up 2-0 here. Third and final map in what has been a very entertaining best of 3 grand final here in Malmö.
You know the shot was good when JW's typing nice shot to ZywOo. Middle of a grand final, still acknowledges. So Fnatic a safe exit from them. I say safe, I shouldn't speak too soon because they want to contest it, and already Roland gets a face full of lead. And now 2, 3 frags. Apex has made that UMP do significant damage. Golden, he gets 1 in return, a 2nd as well. He's done such good work to stop anything being brought into the next.
That's kind of massive, actually. They could have recovered AKs, UMPs there, and at least he makes sure they get absolutely nothing. Still, Vitality will still buy into the next round, of course. They took a full eco there. They're going to be purchasing up what they can into the 3rd round. ZywOo, he has an AWP here. No armor, of course, but he does have 1 single smoke. Fnatic looking for the 3-0 conversion, if possible. Brolan has been so instrumental to Fnatic's success with that Krieg in hand. Can he continue the punishment?
Time to find out. Does manage to evade the nade. His responsibility is middle, though, and they might even boost for this. Ooh, making a clear sound cue, and Alex is ready and willing to take that fight. Forces them off the boost. Nothing to show for it, Fnatic. They've made it clear where at least 2 of their players are. Nade. Doesn't quite catch JW. He's in the right place. Three-man lead now, Fnatic gathering their resources. They'll have JW in under as well. So, RPK and Apex. They have RPK jumping for info. Oh, Gordon, he's actually going ahead of the smoke. He's got a real shot here. His team will follow him, but RPK has been completely ignored, and now he can punish. That's the bomb. That could very well be the round, but JW has other plans. Into the site they fall. Alex finds his first kill of Mirage. Flusher and Crims, they have got 20 seconds and now only one man stands. It's down to Flusher. Incredible work to pull them back into the pistol round. But Vitality, they are poised now to collect their first round of defensive play. ZywOo not going to get thrown off by the jump, and that will be the French first on the board early.
Well, that's Fnatic, and their finances completely shut down here. It's Vitality with 2 players surviving there, and more importantly, ZywOo with the AWP. Fnatic now working out their next buy. We'll see Mac 10, Deagles, CZs as well. They've got not really enough for any sort of execution. They're going to have to go towards B and try and trade out kills, I think. Just one smoke available. They could use that towards the kitchen window. Flash over. Hope for the best. Their Deagles have been fantastic so far in the tournament. You can see them setting up for a very underwhelming execution, but maybe the shots will deliver.
Yeah, we saw a good example of this actually from Chad, showing that they can do a lot with a little. It was Vitality, of course, who he was demonstrating. See if Fnatic are capable of something similar. Less coordination already. Molotov towards the van. Nobody's home though. Apex yet to be smoked off, and therefore he can just hold that line. But already some site control given, but the frags are going their way. And that's an easy cleanup. Lovely work. ZywOo actually finding 2 on that one. He said it was an underwhelming buy. It's an underwhelming result for Swedish fans, at least in round 4.
Yeah, didn't really have to break a sweat there. Vitality hold that with ease. The B bomb site under lock and key. And we get to round number 5 of Fnatic, presumably have to bring a full eco to the table. 2-2. And a chance of Vitality to gather their resources here. It's an MP9 for Shox. Good weapon to build up the cash for sure. And not really much invested here at all. Just $300 on the PG50 of JW. ZywOo in position now. We're all tied up. Looking for a bomb plant. Very difficult to make that happen. Normally need some sort of fake or a couple of smokes down. See what they can make of it.
Always satisfying when you have to buy down to 2K and you've got just enough to treat yourself. Well, that P250's gone already. Alex takes it from him. He was very ready and willing to take some aggressive stance on middle, but with nothing showing early. Instead, he supports A, and yeah, it will be Shox to find the second. Alex with a nice little double kill. Finishes it off as well. Neat and tidy from the in-game leader of Vitality. Getting a lot of early frags, actually. I think that said 8. Yeah, 8 and 3. Just 5 rounds in to our 3rd and final map. You can see that lovely lineup again. This was the 3rd and final one onto Flusher before he could even leave Palace. But now it's time for the nitty-gritty. It's a full buy round on both sides. Malmö, you still awake? You still ready for some Counter-Strike? Sounds good to me. Alex, he's certainly ready. Does draw the fire of them, but still catching JW through the smoke. Golden's a little worse for wear as well. Nade on his nose brings him down to 68.
5 versus 4. It is a lovely opening pick there from Alex in that connector position. But speaking of picks, there's Prolan once again with the Krieg. That's his first frag of the map so far. Didn't expect to see that, but presumably first of many. Looking to reclaim territory towards middle. Apex and Alex investigating from the window position here. Prolan, though, on for a second, maybe a third. If they overstep the mark, he'll drop down, knowing that Alex is stuck in the corner there. He's actually done very well to potentially reposition. He gets out, cost him the smoke and the incendiary, but he leaves with his life. The 3-on-3 now, flush up. If he takes down Shox, it'll be the A site wide open. spots him, does the damage, but it's Flusher that prevails.
Where does that leave RPK and Alex? Alex responsible for all the damage his team has done in this round. RPK responsible for B, Alex A. It's the latter that we will see tested now. Admittedly, Flusher is low. He's likely going to probably use that Molotov to, I was going to say flush out, but not intended. Instead, he just walks in. Get another one from Alex. He's on for the ace. Single-handedly winning the round. They're flashed. And Alex, incredible performance in the final map of a grand final.
Yeah, the crowd goes mild with that one.
Yeah, they do.
That was very well played from Alex. 5 kills in total, all started here as well. A spray through the smoke. Nifty footwork to actually get himself a second kill, get out of that position, and look how much it means to him after this. The flashbang couldn't be better as well. Peeks out, gets the intel, knows the flashbang, completely destroys Golden, and gets all 5. The in-game leader delivering on all fronts. It's going to be a technical pause here. Vitality 4, Fnatic 2.
Oh, I love that we get to catch him with a deep exhale as well. They call it, I think that was a technical as well. I wouldn't be surprised if Alex ripped his headphones out in celebration. He certainly got animated. But there will be a chance for everyone to catch their breath. No talking during technical timeouts, and so it's our turn to talk.
Well, at this stage, if you are just joining us, this is the third and final map between Vitality and Fnatic. I don't think anyone could have predicted this grand final, considering the caliber of top teams we had here. It's been a very interesting tournament with turbulent scenes in CSGO in terms of roster moves and organization changes, everything really going on. It's a very exciting time to be a CSGO fan, but a confusing one as well.
I mean, I could list you just so many names that are all vying for a spot in the top 10 at this point in time. It's just so volatile. A lot of those big names were in attendance here in Sweden, just could not materialize into a playoffs run.
Yeah, with the likes of Astralis, EG, Liquid here, you'd think at least one of those names made the grand final, but barely anywhere to be seen.
I mean, other names to add into that list, it's long. ENCE, Renegades, Vanguard, Mouse, MIBR, NIP, Fnatic, G2. Nice connection, JW. Shutting down the one-man army from the round prior. That's quite the scalp to take, and quite the rifle, perhaps, to deliver to one of his teammates. There is Kevlar Vest on 2. Crims and Brolan are armored into this one, but still.
Yeah, that would be a nice change, actually. See how selfless JW's feeling at this point. He did earn the rifle, but it'd make more sense on one of the players with Kevlar. Ideally, Crims. Here's the flashbang response, and Shox will get one. JW uses the rifle with great effect. It's his second frag of the round. ZywOo, though, hasn't got anything up against him in terms of utility. Just needs to connect the dots here, land a couple of shots, trying to deny the plan with the incendiary, but still knows he has to do a little bit more work here. Damage inflicted towards Flusher, but still no frags found. Bomb to be planted now, but Apex arrives on the scene.
How is ZywOo still alive? They keep catching him with bullets. And he returns to favor, still 3 versus 3. Recovered rifle does nothing for Crims because RPK precise on the retake. JW on the reposition. So Brolan, his objective is clear. Keep attention on him. Slow them down.
Oh, this is
and the backs are turned. Brolan gets unbelievable! With the Desert Eagle, they line up for him. And the young man from Sweden does it all with just the sidearm. Gorgeous work to put Fnatic at their third on the board. Let's see that again. He's on the defuse and he keeps tapping. Apex just presents his head in the third. Quickly put in the ground. Great work from Brolan.
Yeah, that's insane. It looked like JW was going to save the day with a flank. I think they had the round under control regardless, but Brolan does it with style. That's going to kick round 8 off of a bang here. ZywOo trying to fall back. We said he would pop off. It's AWP now starting to deliver as they'll continue their push towards A. Alex painted into a corner, but using the smoke to get himself out. There's 3 players now for Fnatic locked in towards the connector. Make it 4. Brolan looking to open things up, but that grenade does about 75 damage.
And there's another one where that came from. We'll go towards the stairs. This time avoided. But the advance is thick, it's fast. Apex trying to keep them at arm's reach, will be smoked off. They haven't checked Shox' position here. He could completely rip this from them. Back turn of Golden will catch Roland as well, and a third! Shox wins the round for Vitality just by playing the waiting game.
Wow. Even though he played that to perfection in terms of positioning, there's not many players that can pull it off of that sort of style. That is so well done from Shoxy. Look at this. The third kill as well continues the spray. His brain is just firing on all cylinders there. So is his M4. We will see 5-3 come in favor on the CT side for Vitality after losing the first pick, no less. And now a question to be asked by Fnatic. They've got $7,000 in JW. They can buy, but he'll have to drop, sacrificing his AWP potentially. So they'll go for 5 rifles here. It's actually a pretty decent buy overall. Just Golden, who's barely got anything with the flashbang in hand. Or for ZywOo still. Making his way up towards short, thinks better of it, goes towards that connect up. Now looking to protect middle, and he does so. Great shot towards flush up.
That is perfect way to start off the round for the CTs. Immediately give yourself a man advantage. And now you can close it, lock it down, and just pull back just a little bit, as ZywOo has. Now to playing towards connector, will give middle up to JW from under. Hear the steps, sees the nades, he knows his presence in middle in a very big way from Fnatic, and he'd like to think so. 3 members of the 4-man unit will be aggressing from there. ZywOo makes it clear he's still staring. Roland, fast information, great flashes from his teams as well, enable him to perhaps even advance towards that window player, as it was Apex, past tense, he's left. And Vitality, they seem to have a fantastic read of things. They've got nearly 4 players, 3, deep into B. And the smoke arrives at the 45-second mark. They've only got 2 flashes, Henry.
Yeah, it's going to be a contact play at best from Fnatic here. Alex will answer back with a perfectly timed smoke. They have to push through this. They can't wait for the 15 seconds to expire. They got in front of it, though. It was a little bit too deep. RPK, pressure on his shoulders now. He needs to find at least one. Can get nothing with this. Apex, same story. Fnatic, somehow, some way, with no grenades whatsoever, push through the smoke, find both kills required. But it's the king of clutches. Shoxy making his way through. He fancies this as well. AK in hand, gets the first. He knows there's a player towards Van potentially here. JW is low with the sniper rifle. Looks towards the kitchen right now. Shox has a chance to get out. No kid available. Bit of space found. JW playing very passively at the pillar.
Rims has the cross here, and he'll take the shot. Fnatic, what a take. They didn't have limited utility, but it was the combat given to them by Alex that gave them a way in. JW, he managed to double up as well on that intro. Look at this. Finds RPK, and then he's ready for Apex. Quick kills, put Sweden once again close to equalizing. 5-4 the score. There was a string of 4 rounds in a row that Vitality managed to pick themselves up. But now back and forth we go. 1 for Fnatic, 1 for Vitality. And now Sweden finding 4.
Not much separating these 2 teams. The buy will come through for the French, just about having enough to fully invest into the try. It's a double orb set up for Shox and ZywOo. RPK, Alex will have to make do with the FAMASes. Apex with the MP9. Not an ideal situation, that's for sure, but enough to win a round. More than enough. Smokes. Thrown in the start around towards connector. Short. And the top of middle itself. We'll see now if this is going to be a final A finish. ZywOo somehow gets that first kill. That's from short, takes down Golden. This is the double orb setup coming into full fruition. Apex with the MP9 needs to get at least 1, and he delivers the killing blow towards Flusher.
And this round is just over, just like that, a click of your fingers. And Vitality will extend their lead on the defense. In fact, JW is going to be pressured here. He knows they're coming for him, and he's ready and willing. Oh, quick connection onto Alex, but I'm not sure he can get a second one here.
Oh, I think he can. He knows all the tips and tricks. He's going to be getting at least 1 as Apex frustrated. The fact he went down there, they needed that to be a clean one just to get their money back on track, but still, they'll take it all day long. It's 6-4 now in favor of Vitality as they remain with 3 players there. It's going to be 2 AWPs and RPK on the AK-47, and surely an eco is on the cards for Fnatic at this point. Glocks and 1 deagle, 1 single smoke. They get a few more deagles toward the end of freeze time there, just in the nick of time. And Brolan looking to open things up towards top and middle, waiting for the initial utility bombardment to come in his direction, and then see if they could potentially find a 1 deag.
It is such a scary prospect that now Vitality has another contender for scariest double AWP. There are so many now. Na'Vi, of course, recently upgrading theirs. Guardian and Simple, and ZywOo. No worries, he even hits that flick, but JW, he converts on the P250. Star AWPer eliminated. Admittedly, the round still far from Fnatic's reach, but it's a start. Keeping ZywOo honest, and another for JW.
Shox now with the AWP. There's not really much that can be done here, but maybe the Glock can find the backstab. Alex will take care of that. Got a little bit uncomfortable overall. And we'll see JW with the recovered M4. 2 kills to his name so far. He'll fall back from the short position. They've got 45 seconds remaining. Golden with the Desert Eagle, and his teammate has now been removed from the equation. We've got Golden just remaining. And there's not much chance he does much with this. If he gets the bomb down, I'll be very impressed. But at this stage, 1 kill would be a success.
Alex has been a turret on this defense on Mirage. This round's no different. No issues for him. He'll even be given a lovely AWP to keep that ZywOo and Shox double AWP into what will be a Fnatic buy.
Well then, getting to the bookend now of this first half. Vitality on their CT side, looking comfortable. Remember, they did lose that pistol when they had a massive lead in that one. 0-2 start, but they managed to get 4 rounds in a row. It's been back and forth since then. And it's a quicker pace towards the mid area this time. Brought on good vision towards the window. Does Alex want to swing out and try and throw that incendiary towards the top of middle? Be great if he gets it down. Could be enough of the HE, that's a guaranteed frag. Not quite, it doesn't quite go over.
Roland lucky to be alive. JW did get caught by RPK on his aggression towards Apps. And that's their underpass, late mid. All of that cut off. JW will not be able to get up to his usual antics here on the T side of Mirage, but yeah, tail end of our first half of our third map. And an early lead again for Vitality, taken by RPK. Against the odds, against the crossfire, Shox and Alex, and timing works out for Golden, catching Shox a little unawares. Alex knows he's got to make the play. That's one, wasn't ready for the second. Golden doing everything he can to keep Fnatic competitive in round 12. ZywOo is set up on CT. Flusher yet to really swing out of Palace. He'll do that just now. And now with the bomb down, Golden's given them a golden opportunity. He's pushing in. He does walk straight into the pistol of Apex though. An AWP is not what he wants for a situation like this, but he could make it work. Crim's thinking better of a push.
Yeah, this is looking very good for Fnatic now with 2 AWPs in the retake here. Probably not worth it. RPK will smoke the bomb. He's still in position, but what can he really do with this one? They're going to be molotoving towards the Palmer's position. You can see Crims is just toying with them right now. Wants to confirm things he knows he has. There's still a field defense going on. It was a decent effort, actually. With the smoke down there, I think they're better off staying at that stage, considering their money's at breaking point. You've got 2 AWPs in the retake there. It would have taken an absolute miracle to make that one work. Crims out-positions them and takes everyone down. No problem whatsoever. Look at him, just so disciplined, so patient here. Apex didn't see it coming. Defuse attempt was in, but unfortunately for Vitality now, they're going to have to take the full eco. We will see RPK with the Deagle and armor. 5 AKs across the board here on the Fnatic side. Final few rounds, number 13, this one. As Fnatic look to close the gap. Golden, great shot towards the Palace position.
Now there isn't a full squad or a bomb, and all you can see is toes. Nice catch from JW, not letting ZywOo plunge a knife into his spine. Instead, an easy tap. Onto the Frenchman's toes. Golden has been given the fight he was hoping for, but Shox is fighting back in a big way. Finally deals with him. Good damage dealt, but damage doesn't lift trophies. It's about those kills, and already majority of them going the way of Fnatic, just leaving Apex. And so they will keep this gap as close as they can. Yet to see Fnatic really string together any T rounds though here, Henry. It has just been flashes.
Yeah, after winning their pistol, they've had very back and forth timing on the T side, which is absolutely fine. They've got themselves the 6 here, no problem at all. 5 players remaining should be fine for full buys now for the remaining 2 rounds, no problem. Apex, he'll do well to even find one here. Not the most exciting position. He'll hold towards top and middle, looking for any sort of exit frags he can find, but going to be difficult shots even if he does find one. That's not bad. Obviously can't recover a weapon, but still pays off the debt of his P250, I suppose, and we'll take a tactical timeout. This time it's called by Alex. They're averaging around $4,800 per player, so they'll certainly be buying now. But what's the buy going to be? ZywOo can't afford the AWP. Will have to be dropped. I don't think they're even considering that now. That's why I was saying towards the end of that.
Yeah, you're seeing
retake,
the ramifications now.
To save those AWPs, knowing they've had a decent half already. They didn't have to win that round, but the knock-on effect has just been pretty remarkable here. Their money is completely burdened. M4 for Shoxy at this point, and Alex and Apex. So we haven't seen much CT aggression, I have to say. I haven't seen any wild pushes towards the top and middle. Been quite a standard game in that respect. So maybe they want to change the pace up here. But Fnatic get the timeout as well, remember. They'll be well aware of the adaptations made from the CT side and their possible options. So they might just want to change the pace themselves. We'll see what we can find in round number 14 here. Looks pretty standard to me so far. ZywOo towards the connector. This time, of course, with the M4. Speculative shots towards the top and middle. Bomb down a T-spawn. Very slow approach from Fnatic with Crims in the palace. Watching for any potential flanks.
Flusher is making quite the song and dance about his presence on B. And a nade for his troubles. That's quite a ballsy angle taken by ZywOo. It does give him line of sight. He can hear Brollan right beneath him, but still doesn't want to spoil the fun. He wants them to get lulled into a false sense of security, perhaps catch them as they jump up. Brollan caught on the precipice of the smoke. ZywOo opts for a fresh mag. It cost him his life. And now with that control, he's going to walk straight into Golden. Alex shut down as well. Fnatic, they will not hold that lead for long. Apex extends it for the French. Double kill exactly when they needed it. Puts Flusher and Crims in a 2 versus 3. They have the bomb. They has a smoke as well. Where does he throw in that one? This time towards the jungle side. Helps set his teammate up. Flusher with the bomb. Starts to punch in the digits. Apex is coming from behind as well. They can't keep it all covered. Flusher caught out. All onto one man. Crims catches the first. Anticipating a flank as well. He's really worried about all his options. And the problem is, with 2 left, they can just tickle that bomb. This time they're holding it. He has to check it, gets the first. Is he willing to check it? He's not. And Shox, perfect play from him. He just gets on the kit and stands it. He doesn't fall into the trap of panic when his teammate goes down.
Well, unless he hears footsteps there, he knows he's relatively safe. It was such a defensive plan on the other side of the palace there. So Crims did very well to get the first kill. Nice shot to take down a low HP Apex there, but Shoxy, unless he heard him actually running around the corner and swinging to take down the diffuser, he had all day long to get that full defuse in. It's going to be the final round of the first half here. Even after winning it, they've got 2 MP9s here on the CT side. 3 M4s, and actually Fnatic have the advantage after giving the last round up. Golden alone, suggesting this is a full-on A-take, trying to pull rotations over, if possible. He's there. There's Flusher behind him, JW. Makes his way towards the connector, walks into the crosshair. ZywOo and his MP9. He can upgrade to an AK-47 now, and that is not good news from Fnatic, boys.
It really isn't. And Shox has already found Golden as well on his A campaign. He has been getting out of ramp early, uncontested. A couple of rounds now. Yet to make profits from it. Towards B they go. RPK has the support of Apex as he gets himself into a prime position to get information. More than he bargained for though. Bullet to the head. Brollan can't find a second. Crims has a chance to trade though. As RPK stands his ground.
Yeah, he spotted the bomb as well, and the fact he hasn't gone down yet has bought enough time for a rotation there from Alex, which leads to a very important frag now. 3-on-1, Flusher will have to deliver in buckets and spades here. He'll have the AK in hand. First kill is guaranteed. Alex caught off guard. Now the remaining 2 CTs reside towards that kitchen position together. It's Shox and ZywOo, 2 of the most powerful units within the Vitality arsenal. 1 HE grenade available. 25 seconds on the clock now. Still needs to get that bomb. They're watching for the cross. He'll pre-fire potentially towards his position. HE might be relatively decent. Does a lot of damage, actually. 15 seconds remain. Caught out, though, down to 40. Nothing can be done. It's going to be 9-6.
Times Counter-Strike has become so polarizing. Even the favorite realizing that this change in Fnatic's roster proves deadly. Vitality, however, have the lead.
Here we go then, A execution to kick things off here in the second half. JW sees it coming, he's seen this so many times before. USP in hand in a deadly position himself. Smokes have gone over to the standard positions. Alex with the free fire takes him down. Brolan can do nothing. Flusher gets the first frag on the CT side, but they know exactly where he is. Bullet to his head, but still alive and kicking as the bomb surely goes down any second there. ZywOo knows he's got a free frag here, and it'll be Crims to respond. 3 versus 1 now. As Golden left alone, bomb planted in the default position, but making a lot of noise. They know exactly where he is, and surely he can't do anything about this. He gets the first.
God.
He has a chance now. It's a 1 versus 1. Smoke down on the side, but he has no idea. Shock is behind him as Fume towards CT spawn. A great chance there for Fnatic. Golden gave them an entry point, but unfortunately, Shoxy was able to shut the round down. We double digits now for Vitality, and will we see a force buy on the second round for the CT side here? I'm not sure. It's not as strong as other maps. They're going to take the full eco.
Accepting defeat in the second. See if they can catch anyone off guard. It actually looks like they might be doing somewhat of the USPs in window. JW was around that area as well. Instead, he's tucked himself in towards underpass to hope catch a solo T. And Apex is on the walk there, likely going to check it though. Yeah, no worries. That'll be JW eliminated, and already $600 in the French entry fragger's pocket, makes it 1,200. Doubles his money, no complaints there. Ooh, caught his head through the smoke. Apex a bit rattled after that one, but nothing gained, and actually weapon swapped. Letting Alex use his full health to check first. I was going another one this time with the MAC-10. It's good damage, but Flusher couldn't quite convert. ZywOo with the second frag. And Vitality will be collecting themselves their 11th. Fnatic will be feeling the pressure, feeling the burn, as before they can really get weapons in their hands and make an impact on this round. That lost pistol converted puts Vitality very comfortably in the lead to start things off on our second half, our final half of this grand final.
Well, there is a slight fly in the ointment though. Fnatic will be able to buy up into this round. That was the full eco. And with the money changes implemented at the start of the year, we do have $1,900 now after losing the pistol. Meaning you can get rifles out in full force, not quite in this instance. Flusher, as usual, opting for the SMG instead, saving himself $600 and yielding the fuse kit on the CT side. But what's the play here? Using the initial incendiary to hold off the rush. There's actually 5 players outside the A bomb site here. Vitality going for the full execution. A couple of MAC-10s to lead the charge here. No damage inflicted from Flusher's spray through the smoke. 4 players outside that A ramp. Just Shoxy, who's holding towards the Palace position. So, 3 smokes on the CT side. Up close and personal now. It's a great smoke from Brolan. Could it be enough? He doesn't deploy it.
Brolan, he's looking a little tentative. Now, takes the frag, will smoke himself out, enables him to play the survival game just a little bit longer. Now the swing comes in from JW. A free frag for him as he escapes once again into the guise of the smoke. The bomb loose. ZywOo still with a MAC-10. It's not the weapon he would dream of for a scenario like this, because now Brolan looks to re-aggress. Has the heads presented to him, softened up by his teammates' nades. There is still a Frenchman in Palace, and that could change things. It's Shox, no less. ZywOo's got himself the Krieg, and he's putting bullets in the right place. Oh, JW thought the smoke would be enough, but not when ZywOo's in the server. Not far off. Aware where Brolan is, but with the grasp on the bomb. They just lie in wait, hoping ZywOo would find them a way in, hoping that the absence of the other 2 players causes some paranoia. Now he pushes in, but Brolan holds his nerve and holds his spot, and he's not done yet. 3 in the round from the young Swede, shut down eventually, but Golden secures it for Fnatic. They are on the board in the second half. First defensive round picked up, and the timeout immediately called in response. Vitality will be taking a moment.
Yeah, the 3rd timeout so far. Brolan looked like he was done for there, but the tenacity pulls through, managing to use the smoke to extinguish the flames in front of him. Gets himself 3 frags in total, and there is a buy available for Vitality. It's Apex is feeling the burn though. He's only got 1,700. ZywOo managed to get a lovely shot towards CT spawn. Wasn't enough though. Didn't get them the bomb planted. Round 19 coming up. What's the call going to be? They are going to fully invest. Alex with the Mac 10. Apex might have to make do with pistol and armor here is exactly what he'll get. While they bring out the AWP, ZywOo can just about afford one, opts for the AK instead. And this might be another execution here. They've got enough utility to do so. Shoxy saving $2,500. He just goes for a PT-50 armor himself. Hoping to make this work with just a couple of rifles now. Bomb down towards the B apartments. No real aggression on the CT side, although Brolan is right up towards the mouth of the A ramp. RPK waiting for aggression towards B. Big round here for either side. Whoever wins this will sabotage the finances of their opponents. Brolan using the smoke just to look over, see if anyone's on the ledge.
Just jumping for info as safely as he can. Despite the absence of spotting someone around the 60-second mark, he decides he wants to deploy one of their 3 smokes. Only 2 left for the CTs, very early into this round. And smoke does seem to be the name of the game. Apex is preparing to set his team up for a B take. To receive, it's Golden and Crims. And here we go, accelerating now. Molotovs will force their hand, force their spots to be adopted. Great counter flashes though, slowing them down. However, pistols and SMGs, they work close quarters on this B site. Already Crims has made things a whole lot easier for his team. Having to play around the Molotov as it arrives as well now. ZywOo down half health, will be sent even further by Flusher, but Alex, he's not finished just yet. RPK shut down. Alex still finding frags. He's got no health to work with. He really has no right to do any more damage. JW ensures that Fnatic will handle it, convert it, and that's the 8th.
That's a big hold from Fnatic. We already laid down the implication of that round. If Vitality gave that one up, they'd have nothing to work with in round number 20 here. We're going to be going the full distance once again by the looks of things. We have Alex with enough money to buy. Same story for Shox, but they have to take the eco overall. Shox actually opts for an AK-47 in the last dying moments there of the freeze time. Looking to carry the team single-handedly here. It's going to take something absolutely marvelous for him to even find an opening. He holds towards the A ramp. Alex with the Deagle, he'll be towards Palace. The other 3 presumably have to make their way towards Connector. It's a decent dink at the start there. It's Crims down to 23. They have no further utility though on the Vitality side. How did they even get close to the A-bomb site here?
Very valid question. I guess Shox just has to go Terminator mode. Another bullet connects from ZywOo, still yet to find the frag. Brolan quite the opposite, eliminates the threat from Palace. They haven't heard or seen this AK yet. This still could come as a surprise if Flusher goes any further. Oh, Shox wasn't looking and still hasn't managed to fire a bullet. A completely fresh AK now littering the battlefield. As this round will go Fnatic's way, and they'll continue to run away with this, well, I was going to say 3 rounds in a row. ZywOo, though, does finish what he started onto Crims earlier in the round. And we'll scoop up an M4.
Yeah, if they can take down ZywOo here, that would be fantastic. If he's got the M4, they'll get both at the same time. That's not bad. Fnatic right back in this now. After losing the pistol, they get 3 rounds in a row. That was against the eco there, but Shoxy buying the AK does have a knock-on effect. He only has $3,500 now. He might have to opt for the Galil instead of the AK-47. Time will tell. They have 1 timeout remaining here. It's another scrappy buy. RPK on the P250, Shox with the Galil, and 1 flashbang. It's really difficult to work with this. There's JW. Here's a bit of aggression we didn't see in the first half. He'll look for that first kill, dumping the grenades in their position as well. Only does minimal damage though, however. And it'll be JW falling back towards a short position. So the push had promise behind it, but not much picked up.
Quite like that they have already just backed up and reset and back to what you would consider a standard hold. Because now if Vitality want to take middle, they either take a risk or they invest utility in order to clear it out. They don't know when the JW has gone. That's now ZywOo's responsibility.
This round is on a knife's edge. Both teams under-equipped here. You can see just 2 smokes remain on the Fnatic side. 1 flashbang. No warp on either side. JW though,
Okay.
great positional control. RPK, he's in trouble now. JW will take him down. He wants to get hell out of that position. He's got the advantage. It's a difficult spot to hold. Wants to make his way back towards B if possible, which he does. ZywOo makes his way towards CPL. Golden holding the bench. Prime opportunity to get a couple of kills here, but JW will steal away the second kill. He's on an absolute tear this round. Damage to a third, but still, B bomb site now open. Crims will have to make do with the M4 in hand as the bomb's planted. He'll wait for his teammates. That's the correct thing to do here. Damage inflicted towards ZywOo and Alex here. Looks like Fnatic might have done enough. ZywOo will have to bring out the clutch of a lifetime if he's going to defend this bomb.
Yeah, it just looks impossible. Shots from behind from flusha ensure it. Good couple of shots from ZywOo, but still, Fnatic, they hold fast and they hold B. Defuse comes in momentarily, and that will put the double digits on the board for Fnatic. 11-10.
Yes, indeed.
4 in a row.
Fourth stage loss bonus. That's $2,900 per player, but the bomb planted means they do have the option to buy into this, but more of the same. They haven't really had many strong T-sided buys. There's always been a couple of compromises made, and they're trying to make amendments now. They're going to take a partial buy here in a round. They had enough to get 5 rifles out once again, but CZs, Deagles, P250s, and potentially a B execution here. You can smoke towards the kitchen position. You can Molotov the van and the bench, flash over. You can also smoke the either side of the pillar if you're that way inclined. There they come. Golden can see it. He'll reposition towards that bench. Crims on the bomb site side of the smokes here. So they're not going to push through with those at all.
Yeah, this hasn't really achieved the desired effect. They were trying to bait the CT utility or CTs into a B take, but they're leaving the bomb on this advance. ZywOo does go down. Alex hoping that this boost will enable them to throw a spanner in the works, and he would be right, because flusha wasn't necessarily ready for that. Now the threat has been noted, and 3 of them start flooding towards the A site. Brollan will have supports rather swiftly, and that bomb's now towards T-spawn. They hold as best they can. Good shots connecting, puts flusha into a difficult spot. Brollan, however, taps away at the heads of Shocks. Crims onto Alex. And this is just ring around a rosy. They're changing their mind all the time. Golden does catch a glimpse of RPK. That's the bomb, that's the round. Just Apex. And he won't have a chance.
It's a very clean round from Fnatic, absolutely right there. Vitality, I would have preferred them to drop that utility and go in with you. You've only got pistols. What kind of fake are you trying to set up there? You've dumped everything you had. No one's even pushed through. It doesn't really do anything for them whatsoever. I would have liked to see them try and isolate the CTs there, lock off some rotations, but either way, it was unlikely they're going to win that round. It's going to be 11-11. We tie things up here. Fnatic with a massive bankroll at this stage. They enter this round after the reinvestment around $6,000 per player. JW fires up a shot towards the A ramp, but not connecting. All for ZywOo finally. This has been a difficult half. True French fashion, the money's been a bit of an issue for them. But now things starting to stabilize. See whether this default will lead to any sort of success. Holding towards middle for aggression. 2 players towards the B apartments. Shocks working towards that palace position.
Vitality have not found success since the second round of this second half. And now everything, once again, perfectly balanced as all things should be. JW will try and be responsible for both halves of middle. It's not an easy task, and I think he realizes it's too much to ask of one man. Instead, he'll back away, give them that control, let them invest their utility as Apex is trying to get that smoke right. They've put Crims up on the boost. He does have a fantastic line of sight for players starting to approach connector, and Alex is the first to walk straight into the guillotine.
Yeah,
big connection.
Really good stuff from Crims there. Boosted up, shoots with conviction. Finds ahead of Alex. In-game leader removed now. ZywOo. AWP can be boosted up himself on the T side. See if he fancies it. And indeed he will. JW might not see this one coming. Oh, it's such a great play. Very well done from Vitality to bring us back to a 4 versus 4. Crims will rotate in. 14 kills to his name. We'll have to find a couple more here as Golden will back him up. 8 seconds remaining. This could be enough. It absolutely is. Surely no part can come through. ZywOo and Shocks will lose the round by virtue of the clock. And there it is, Fnatic will take the lead at this point. Will any more kills be found? ZywOo will keep his money and the AWP. 24 kills to his name. Alex on 23. The things starting to slip away from them here in the very last few rounds of this best of 3. It's been a long one. We had overtime on the second map. We went the distance on Dust 2. And now Mirage. It's still going to be a difficult situation for Vitality, but enough to invest in towards it. Apex with the Galil. ZywOo has an AWP. Anything can and will happen.
JW training his aim on Palace. Flash is going to start hearing nades flying, and oh, Brawler, that is a brave line to hold. Will respond with some utility, trying to separate and segregate. He does do just that. Look at that Molotov. It leaves Alex on an island.
Oh, like this.
And he's willing to fight for it. Flusher, however, walks into the scope of ZywOo, keeping things level. Over the smoke is Brawler, and that's bomb loose. That's a whole lot of info. And again, advantage Fnatic.
Yeah, he's such a great Krieg player. Ambitious to jump up there with the rifle, but he makes it work. 1 minute on the clock now. Vitality maybe considering their options. They have a couple of Molotovs, 1 smoke, 2 flashes. Shoxy heading towards the B apartments here. They can go anywhere with this. It's a 4 versus 3 though. ZywOo would have to crack open the B site if they were to go that way. RPK with the bomb on his back. Time running out now. Just 1 player in towards the B side of the thing. That's going to be Golden. And then we have Crims watching the vent for the window boost.
It was Golden that caught the bomb carrier as well in the round prior, where Clock got the better of Vitality. Already down to 30-second mark. There's still utility to be thrown. Smokes. There's a Molotov on JW. They can really just keep Vitality locked out of the site. They're going to have to be quick about this. ZywOo not ready for that. Golden gets the first. RPK to trade though. He has the bomb. He is the one that has to get this down. Crims can contest it. He's using the smoke, and planting in it does give them a chance. And oh, Shox catches the bullet and brought it onto RPK. Fnatic, they are handling business right now.
Yeah.
That's going to be 7 in a row.
It really is quite impressive there. Crims is in the zone. That says it all. Shox can feel this one slipping away. 13-11 overall. Bomb planted, maximum loss bonus. Crims with the smoke there. He could use it towards the Palace position, or the apartment's position, excuse me, or towards short. He opts to drop it on the side, uses the veil. He knows if he's in that smoke, it'll be very difficult to get bomb planted. He doesn't even take down the planter, he takes down the protector. And at that stage, his teammate rotates in. It's a very clean hold. And now just a couple of rounds away from finding series point. A buy will come through, but it doesn't look to be a full commitment here on the Vitality side. Alex goes for the Mac 10. Timeout was called, but that's now run out. That's the last timeout for Vitality. Starting to feel the pressure now. 3 seconds left of 3's time, and they've still got 4 Glocks out. A Deagle for Shox. So you can see them a little bit dazed and confused in T-Spawn.
This is happening a few too many times. Seeing Vitality slow out of spawn, or returning to spawn for something else. It is indicative of chaotic communication. But my God, Fnatic are in prime position to complete the Counter-Strike Cinderella story. Flusher back from his break. Golden, who was chewed up and spat out initially, is back, and the difference is palpable. Well, relative playoff obscurity for Fnatic, and now they're in the grand finals, 3 rounds away from lifting that trophy on home soil.
The execution once again. They cannot afford to fall back off this one. Just need to commit. See if they get that bomb planted. Smokes and flashes, Molotovs towards the van position. Crimzo can feel this one coming. He's in a great spot, but the flashbang catches him. Do they check the spot? Apparently not. It's a straight that was like absolutely everything on the Vitality side. Shox might be to get 1 frag here, but that's going to be 14 on the board. This time they commit towards the B side of the map. They didn't check the all-important corner. He was fully flashed there. They were so focused towards the window and the bomb site. Crims doesn't take any damage there.
He knew it was a possibility that they wouldn't check it, and so he didn't go for a wild spray as the flash came in. Instead, he holds his nerve, he holds and waits. And as his vision returns, he sees backs turned, continues the spray, and not a single player throwing a bullet in his direction. 14 now, just 2 away. Fnatic, they have a chance to put Vitality on the ropes now in round 26. Orpa versus Orpa, a possibility in this round. ZywOo thinking better of it. We've seen spots of CT aggression, but Fnatic, for the most part, have been relatively restrained.
Yeah, they've only really pushed up towards middle a couple of times at this stage, but bomb site completely shut down by Brolan most of the time, and Crims is doing such a sensational job towards B with Golden. They haven't had to really mix things up too much.
It's all working.
Yeah, 8 rounds in a row now. After losing the pistol, they haven't given up anything at all. The third round buy from themselves was perfect. And now with plenty of cash, they've got $10,000 in Crims, Brolan and JW. See if Alex can puncture the A defense as he makes his way towards Connector. ZywOo on the AWP, but no helmet. Makes him very squishy going forward. Crims might be in a prime spot. They don't even consider it. That's clumsy from RPK.
Completely exploited, outpositioned. And now looking to outmaneuver the smoke arrivals to slow down shots. Flusher actually willing to apply some pressure to the Palace player, and that's cost him. Alex has found a way into the site. A swift double kill puts them back into level stead. But to change things was Brolan as Alex continues his rampage. 3 frags, it's all him. And now the bomb's down, the tide shifts, and Crims and Golden have got a mammoth task ahead of them. They don't have utility for this retake. Sure, they've got the kits, but no smoke, no flashes, nothing to force the fight. They know where ZywOo is, that's something. The bomb's well over half gone already though. Options starting to look very limited. Crims, however, onto Alex. That's the main fragger down. They are on ramp, and hang on, he can hold them! He's on the defuse! Fnatic in the last second, 5:15! I can't believe it! 4 in that round from Crims. He refuses to quit.
A colossal knockout punch from Fnatic there. It looked like Vitality had done more than enough, but it's the Molotov. As soon as they saw he had 2 options there. Palace holding the A ramp. He throws it exactly where they both are, and Crims, he'll be posting his 23rd frag there. It's series point, championship point for Fnatic. And with the bomb down, there'll be a buy there for Vitality, but they'll have to replicate their performance on Inferno. That comeback that requires 6 rounds. They managed to make that a reality. Now need 4 to go to overtime. Can they do it once again? They haven't looked themselves here in the second half of Mirage. They'll take a tactical time on the Fnatic side just to make sure they play this one correctly. They want to make sure that they're still aggressive. They're playing their own game. They don't want to be caged in round number 27 here. They've got a buffer of money and time in terms of rounds.
Look at that flash, it was perfect to enable JW to set up. However, instead of pulling the trigger, he wants to make sure underpass push, not a possibility. Alex accelerates. He did so much heavy lifting, and Crims just pipped him at the post. Nice shot again, it's Crims. Replicating the same success from the round prior, this time early into the play. 4 remain. Fnatic, they're starting to make a dream a reality here on Mirage. Untouched for 9 rounds straight on this defense shot. Does catch Brolan, keeps things a 4v4. He's not ready for the re-aggress though, and Flusher, he'll neutralize him. Crims couldn't quite finish off the job he started on Apex, and that puts us back into level 3.
There's no real grenades left on the Vitality side. ZywOo will pull a frag back though, and there's Apex with the second. Might have to wait a little bit longer at this stage. Flusher left in the 1 versus 3. He's got the AK in hand. Money is absolutely fine, but he might want to just hold on to the more powerful of the 2 rifles here. ZywOo has done enough. Remember on Inferno, they managed to do this before.
Yeah.
Great start. Did a lot with not very much. Flusher rotates, looking for potential exit frags here. They'll only get $3,500 per player for winning this round via the explosion. Means if he gets even 1 kill, makes the reinvestment very difficult considering they're all pretty much broken.
You can hear him. Likely going to want to try and punish him, and here comes ZywOo, gives him the freebie. And that Molotov, it could even catch Apex, he's so low. The flames have arrived, and so have the bullets. They smoke to save the day, and they'll hold on to 2 of the 3 weapons.
Yeah, great effort there. If he gets all 3, due to the Molotov, that would have been absolutely massive. Unfortunately, though, it didn't work out. They're still fine to buy up into round number 28 here, just 1 more. And that's it, they'll be the champions. Here at DreamHack Masters, round 28 could be the one. Flashbang towards middle. Shocks, working the A ramp. 4 players top of middle here in Crims. He will be removed. What a fantastic shot that was from ZywOo, keeping the dream alive here.
Give him an inch and he'll take a mile. And this grand final might take a while. Vitality, they did it once, as you have reminded us already. A shorter road to recovery, but you can't forget what's preceded this. 9 straight rounds. Now, with Fnatic on match point, grand final point, they've started to waver. 1 converted by Vitality already. Another 3 to take us into another overtime, this time on the 3rd map. JW's going to be forced off. Repositioning doesn't quite get rewarded. ZywOo does not catch him this time on the return, though. And this is all smoke and mirrors. Oh my goodness, Golden and Brollan are both rotating. They're both caught in kitchen. Golden might be there just in the nick of time. Catches Apex, that's a big frag. And now the bomb plan's cancelled. They've bought time. And now Flusher arriving on the scene. He has to do it all though. Picks up the AK-47. He's looking to try and find that bomb planter. Alex caught with a name in his hands and he had a chance. Shock secures it for Vitality. And we go 15 to 13. The Swedes don't have the funds.
That would have been an epic way to close things out. Flusher certainly had a chance there. If he gets up an ultimate frag, I dare say he wins it. And indeed, the money has been broken. Fnatic still need that 1 round, but could be overtime again. They have, on average, on $3,000 here. The very top end, Brollan of $5,400. At the bottom is JW of 19. So, another tactical timeout required here. Vitality, high rolling now. They're feeling the momentum shift in their favor.
Fnatic have been having issues with this number. 15. It haunted them on Inferno. They stabilized on overtime. But again, 15 arrives and suddenly the victories for Fnatic just stop dead. Vitality, bookend now, pairs of rounds. They got the pistol and the conversion and now 2 in a row. Rounds 28 and let's see if they can find the 29th.
Sometimes these can be the rounds to slip away. Oh, that could have been the start of something. Brollan tickles RPK down to 74. CZ unable to find the head.
Vitality have a clear game plan. It will be an A execute. Brollan's already shown face towards ramp and ZywOo ready and willing to take that fight. Oh dear. Dinks are arriving, so it's Brollan! With just the CZ! No! He's dead! Shock! Apex! They only need 2 more! DW, have they done enough? Shock to save Vitality!